Welcome back all my legends, hope you're all doing great. I'm actually doing amazing. The sun's out, enjoying the weather, and just had some breakfast. It's nice full English, can't beat it. Hash browns are the bangers, it really is. Hash browns are actually my favourite, and I could just eat all of that to myself. So I have a whole big plate of hash browns. That makes me hungry. Even though I was eating, still hungry. I ain't got worms. I hope some of you may manage to get out over the last few days. The weather's actually been so perfect, and just look at it. It's like the summer, apart from it's cold still, and I actually cannot stand the cold. I really can't. But no, it makes me feel so nice and warm just because the sun's out. Nice blue skies. The whole scenery is just absolutely amazing, perfect, and it's Christmas time. You've got to be happy. You really do. It's Chelmsford, everybody, the birthplace of radio. Where is it? Radio 97 Gremlin. So guys, I sort of have a question for you. Some of you might use it, some of you might not. I need to know a little bit more information about it. I've actually got one already myself. You probably can sort of tell from the title of this video about a scottoiler. I'm going to be doing sort of adventures soon, next year, let's just say. Not very soon. Well, it's going to be very soon. March is the trip I want to plan for. I want to plan a trip for March, but that's for a different video. That's a different video totally together. But I'm looking like go travelling a little bit on my bike. I'm going to take my girlfriend along, and I know sort of making sure the chain and blah blah is all nice and oil, all lubricated up is so important. You can't have a dry, rusty chain at all. So it's very important to have it all nice and lubricated and everything. It'll be great. A scottoiler, if some of you guys don't know, I'll sort of I won't go into big details because I not know the whole ins and outs of it myself. All I know is while you're riding along, it drops a little bit of oil onto the chain. Every now and again, just drops a little bit. And it's to make it so your train's always well lubricated, and you have to adjust it yourself to get the right settings and everything. But I want to know what your opinion is. Do you think they're good? Do you think they're a waste of money? Do you think they're a waste of time? I need to know your opinions because I know my opinions already. I don't know. I want to understand your opinions in case I'm using it wrong, sort of thing. Maybe I've got it set up wrong. But I think it's a waste of time. I think it splatters everywhere. It drips into the chain. Chain flicks it up. It's all underneath my bike. I can never keep it nice and clean. And for me, not having a clean bike, that really irritates me. I cannot have a dirty bike. I don't know why. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice to look after your pride and joy. It really is. But yeah, it makes an absolutely mess, and I think it wastes a lot of it compared to, well, I wouldn't say it wastes a whole lot actually. I must have filled out about 2 or 3 months ago. Well, I'd say 2 months ago maybe, and I've pretty used just over half a tube or whatever it is, whatever it holds in the cylinder. I'll try and leave some photos on the screen now, or maybe a little bit of footage switched over to it, or showing you what it looks like. It pretty much just sits under your seat, well mine does anyway on this bike, and the tube runs all the way down to the chain, just over the top of it, and it has a breather pipe I think as well, which runs down just a little, pushes the air through, pushes the oil. It has a nice little flow of a system. The only thing I really do not like about it is just the way it sort of splatters everywhere, and I don't know if it really does well lubricate it as well as it says it does. So I really want to know what your opinion is, if you use it, if you would recommend it, and maybe I'll stick with it. I'm going to leave it on anyway, until it really annoys me, because it's pretty well hidden, you can't really tell. So when I first got the bike, I never knew what it was. I saw a scottoiler sort of badge on the side of the fairing. I saw this little attraction underneath, but I had no idea what it is. And it wasn't one day, I think it was out of it. When I brought this bike, the seat never came off. The barrel sort of had loads of grit in it, which we didn't know at the time. We thought the barrel was just, messed up, or we didn't have the correct key. They've changed the key at one point, but I never thought to check that when I purchased this motorcycle. I really didn't. I really did not think about it, because I was more worried about mechanical side of things. Does the engine run? Does it run smoothly? Just little bit technical bits like that. So I wasn't too worried about the seat. But in future I will be definitely checking the seat. That'll be one thing I will be checking. So I was looking at the seat, and also when I was getting down there looking at the barrel and everything, I saw this little sort of pipe, and I thought, what the hell is this? I asked my dad. My dad knows a little bit about motorbikes, So I asked him, and he didn't really know himself. So he said, "No, come on, just search it up. Like, use your common sense. Search it up." So he said, "Search it up," and that's him, by the way. He said, "Search it up, and let's see what it is." So I searched it up, and turns out it's like a self lubricating sort of machine. It was pretty good. I thought, wow, that's pretty high technical. I thought, well, that's quite a smart idea. So it saves you every now and again. Obviously, I still do. I still give it a nice good brush off, like clean it all up, lubricate it back up again, set me off for it again. But it's just quite a nice little contraction of the thing I'm trying to say, which is absolutely brilliant. So that's all, guys. Welcome to Chelmsford. I can see the tower. I think it's the church. It's absolutely been great. I just really wanted to know, what do you think of it? If you really think it is useless or not. And if it is useless, do you recommend anything else? Do you recommend anything else for travelling, going on adventure trips, like, going very long distance? Do you just, just bring it all with you and you clean it up yourself every now and again if it really does need to, just in case of emergency? I just don't know what to do. I don't really know very much about it. I've been trying to read up about it, and a lot of people do like it, but I want your guys' opinions. I want the community opinions. So anyway, guys, safe riding. I'll see you in the next video.